The air was thick with the scent of cinnamon and pine, the streets dressed in twinkling lights that danced like stars against the velvet night. Children laughed and played, their cheeks flushed with the cold, as families gathered around their festive trees, adorned with shiny ornaments and glimmering tinsel. The figure of Santa Claus loomed large in the hearts and minds of many, a jolly old man with a belly that shook like a bowl full of jelly, a beacon of generosity and cheer. Yet, beneath the surface of this mirthful facade, a chilling truth lay hidden, a shadow that whispered of the darker side of the season. As the world celebrated the birth of Jesus Christ, a time of love and giving, tales of the dark twins of Christmas began to emerge from the recesses of folklore. For every carol sung and every gift exchanged, there lurked a reminder that not all was well, that the spirit of the season also bore a weight of consequence. It was said that for every good deed rewarded by the jolly old man, there was a reckoning waiting for those who strayed from the path of righteousness. Krampus, the horned creature of the Alps, was the first to emerge from the shadows. He was a fearsome figure, part goat, part demon, with a long serpentine tongue and chains that rattled like the echoes of the naughty children he hunted. While Santa filled stockings with toys and treats, Krampus filled his sack with the misbehaved, dragging them into the depths of winter's night. His presence served as a stark reminder that joy came with a price, that the light of Christmas was not without its dark corners. Parents would warn their children, "Be good, or Krampus will come for you," and the mere mention of his name would send shivers down their spines. In the flickering candlelight of Christmas Eve, the laughter of children would turn to silence, their imaginations conjuring images of the beast lurking just outside their windows, waiting for the moment when their laughter turned to mischief. But Krampus was not alone in his grim task. There was also Frau Perchta, the shape-shifting witch who roamed the land during the 12 days of Christmas. She was a guardian of morality, a figure who inspected homes, ensuring that the spirit of the season was upheld. With her long, flowing hair and piercing eyes, she could appear as a beautiful woman or a terrifying hag, depending on the deeds she found within the walls of each home. Those who had been good would find gifts left by her, a token of her approval, but those who had been lazy or dishonest would face her wrath. It was said that she would slice open the bellies of the indolent, filling them with straw as a warning to others. The line between reward and punishment blurred in her presence, a constant reminder that the joy of Christmas was intertwined with the necessity of virtue. Across the icy expanses of Iceland, the legend of Grilla and her mischievous sons, the Yule lads, added another layer to the tapestry of holiday fears. Grilla the ogress was a terrifying figure, known for her insatiable hunger for naughty children. Each December, she would descend from her mountain lair, searching for those who had misbehaved throughout the year. The Yule lads, her 13 sons, each with their own peculiar habits and quirks, would visit homes one by one, leaving gifts for the well-behaved and rotten potatoes for the naughty. They were a motley crew, from the mischievous door-slammer to the stealthy window-peeper, embodying the chaos that lay beneath the surface of holiday cheer. As families gathered around their hearths, the stories of Grilla and her sons would serve as a chilling reminder that the warmth of the season could easily be extinguished by the specter of their wrath. And then there was the Yule cat, a creature that prowled the snowy landscapes of Iceland, a monstrous feline that hunted the lazy and idle during the festive season. It was said that those who did not receive new clothes by Christmas would be devoured by this fearsome beast, a reminder that hard work and diligence were virtues to be upheld. The Yule cat was a harbinger of dread, a looming figure that turned the joy of receiving gifts into a source of anxiety for those who had not earned their place in the festive spirit. Families would scramble to ensure that their loved ones were clothed, lest they fall prey to the lurking shadows of the holiday season. The duality of Christmas, with its intertwining threads of joy and dread, painted a complex picture of the holiday. While children reveled in the magic of Santa Claus, the laughter of the season was tempered by the cautionary tales of Krampus, Frau Perchta, Grilla, and the Yule cat. The stories served not only as warnings, but as reflections of ancient fears and cultural norms, a way for communities to instill values through the lens of folklore. The laughter that filled the air was often accompanied by whispers of caution, a reminder that the spirit of Christmas was not merely about merriment, but also about the consequences of one's actions. As the days of December dwindled, the tension between joy and dread became palpable. Families would gather around their tables, sharing meals and stories. But beneath the surface, the specter of Krampus lurked. Parents would exchange knowing glances as they recounted tales of the horned creature, their children's eyes wide with fear and wonder. The laughter would fade into a hushed reverence as the children contemplated the balance of their behavior in the face of such formidable figures. The celebrations that filled the air were punctuated by the shadows that danced just beyond the light. The Christmas tree, adorned with ornaments and lights, stood as a beacon of hope and joy, yet the darkness that surrounded it was a reminder that not all was as it seemed. The carols sung with glee held a weight of tradition, echoing the stories of old that warned of the consequences of misdeeds. The very spirit of Christmas was a tapestry woven with threads of light and dark, a celebration of love and a cautionary tale of morality. In the heart of this duality, there was a truth that resonated deeply within the human experience. The joy of Christmas, with its laughter and warmth, was inseparable from the shadows that lingered just outside the glow. It was a reminder that life itself was a balance of light and dark, that joy could not exist without the contrast of sorrow, and that the spirit of the season was enriched by the lessons learned from the tales of Krampus, Frau Perchta, Grilla, and the Yule Cat. As the night of Christmas Eve descended, families tucked their children into bed, their hearts filled with the warmth of love and the chill of caution. The stories of the dark twins of Christmas would echo in their dreams, a reminder that the season was as much about reflection and responsibility as it was about celebration. The laughter of children would mingle with the whispers of ancient fears, creating a symphony of joy and dread that defined the spirit of the holiday. In the end, the horrifying truth of Santa's dark twins was not merely a tale to frighten children, but a reflection of the complexities of the human experience. The Christmas season, with its lights and laughter, was a reminder that joy and dread coexisted, that the spirit of the holiday was shaped by the balance of virtue and vice. As families gathered to celebrate, they would carry with them the lessons of the past, ensuring that the light of Christmas shone brightly, even in the face of the shadows that threatened to engulf it. The stories of Krampus, Frau Perchta, Grilla, and the Yule Cat would live on, a testament to the enduring power of folklore and the timeless struggle between joy and dread that shapes the very essence of the Christmas season.